Hello Internet, and welcome to my live reaction for Fairy Tale 100 Years Quest, Chapter 55. When we last left our heroes, Wolfen realized that turning into a Xerath clone was a bad move because he was accidentally killing Aldoron. So he left, with all of his clones too, to be replaced with 3 other God Seeds. Metro, who attacked Team Lucy and brought with him an army of giant wooden golems. Gears, who we eventually find out is a masterful technician who is fighting Jalal. Doom, who we learn brings death to others, who is fighting Wendy and Carla, Happy, and Toka, and that whole group. And then Natsu is dragged down into the belly of the dragon, where he meets Aldoron's God Seed form, who cannot be touched, or something like that. All the strength of Aldoron's size is compacted in him. It was kind of vague. So yeah, let's jump right on into Chapter 55, Fate of Death. Our cover picture here is Natsu and Happy in dragon costumes, and little baby Asuka shooting them with a toy gun. The giant monster Natsu appears. If you beat him, will that make you a future dragon slayer? So yeah, let's jump right on in. We open where we left off, with Natsu screaming in pain after Aldoron attacked him. Wah! And he falls to his knees. Long has Aldoron waited for this time. The time he would awaken once more. The time to crush Giltina's grounds underfoot. And claim everything as our land. Are we about to get motivation for Aldoron? Natsu looks up at him. Centuries ago, Aldoron came here to rest after being injured in battle with Acnologia. That's basically what we already knew, yeah. He was not always this immense originally, but his body was still large enough to bear a single town. In order to store more power, Aldoron built a town upon himself, and survived by absorbing the nutrients of the people living there. Eventually, his body continued to grow and grow, until his vast size surpassed the mountains and clouds. It was then that Aldoron realized he could not control his power. Thus he birthed 5 orbs, and 5 guardian deities to suppress it. And the White Wizard destroyed all of these without knowing this? He has grown weary of sleeping like this, because he has awakened, and we see his foot, rise very, looming over the mountains. This land, and he crushes the mountains underneath his feet, will crumble to dust, and, miles and miles around Aldoron all crumbles. Trains are sent flying. We see, the buildings in one of the cities, starts to, split apart, which doesn't really matter because all the people there were just extensions of Aldoron, but whatever. Anyway, as we see shots of the rubble all around him, Natsu looks up at Godseed Aldoron. I'm not gonna let that happen. There is nothing you can do. And Aldoron does another thing again to attack Natsu's knee, and he falls again. Gwah! What the hell? I can't even see his attacks. The right-hand city where Team Lucy is dealing with Metro's Golem army. The whole gang is just going to town. Gajeel kicks one, but it just looms over him. It's hard. Not even my iron can smash it. And the Golem just smacks him down. Gwah! Gajeel! He hits the ground. Gajeel gets up. His sleeve is torn off now, but he's, still ready to go. This just got interesting. The Strauss siblings take one of the golems. The Thunder God tribe as well. Lucy and Taurus are also going after it. These things are strong. If this keeps up, Gray and Juvia will aim for the main guy. Right. We see Metro just standing there, arms crossed, very unconcerned with all this. Ice Hammer, Water Slicer. The two of them send their magic towards Metro. But he makes another golem rise up right in front of him to take the blow. And yeah, the magic just kind of shatters against the golem's chest. A golem came up? Power is everything to me. Wait, Gray-sama, if he protects himself by using golems, could it be the main body doesn't want to attack? Well, we leave that plotline for now to go back to Jalal versus Gears, as they're just kind of standing, staring each other down. Jalal speaks first. You things did that to Urza. You're wrong there, Jalal. Well, I don't know about that, but there's one thing that's certain. And he, like, stretches his hand out and twists it. It's that your gears have begun to turn. Then we check back in on Wendy's fight. Let's play! Let's play! And Wendy, who is, again, I should remind you, still very worn out from her fight with both Nabal and the White Wizard, so she's not in a great place right now. But Wendy still stares him down. We can see, like, the dirt and the grime on her face. Toka and the White Wizard are still unconscious. And Carla says, Wendy is practically out of magic power. I don't have any choice. She goes to her human form to fight. Be careful, Carla. And Happy just watching her, we can see the kind of, like, insecurity on his face. Maybe if I change into a huge cat or something? And Carla goes on to the attack. Yeah! She tries to kick Doom, but Doom grabs her foot. Whee! You'll be the first fated to die. Yippee! And these kind of, like, glowy light starts to, like, surround Carla's leg and then up the rest of her body. What is this? And all in a moment, she starts to, like, light up and, like, kind of become less, like, physically stable or something. Wah! Carla! And just then, she, like, turns into dirt with a flower on her head. Carla, what happened? Carla! One of the petals will fall every time you count to 60. When all the petals fall, this girl will die. Huh? There are 5 petals, so 5 minutes? On Wendy, ever the practical one. Abnormal status cancellation. Raise! But it doesn't do anything. And Wendy is, horrified by that. This isn't a change in status. It's the fate of death. Thank you for playing with me, kitty girl. And Wendy continues to shake, and Happy runs up to Carla and, like, tries to, like, shake her. You're just bluffing, right? Carla, stay with us! And Wendy looks, just, like, frozen. Oh, no. And one of the petals fall. And Doom just looks at them. Who will play with me next? Come on, tell me. And that's the end of the chapter. Okay. So, things are not going great for anyone. And this chapter doesn't really advance too much, but it's just kind of a, here's the current state now that we have all the God Seeds in play. Here's how badly Fairy Tail is doing. Which honestly just kind of brings up, like, how long this arc is. Like, this is not the first time that the Aldoron arc has given us this, It's happened again with the second battle of Fairy Tail. I mean, I guess that's the only time this really happened, but it happened a lot during the second battle of Fairy Tail, I think. But yeah, we still have no idea how to beat Godseed Aldoron, how his powers even work. We have, like, Gray and Juvia have an idea to beat Metro, that his actual body isn't all that strong, and so they can get past the golems, he can go down real fast. But that doesn't really amount to much, it's just kind of, if they can't get past the golems, they can't actually attack him, so that's kind of hard to do. Literally nothing happens in the Gears fight this week. Gears turns his hand, and that's really it. And Jalal thinks that Gears is responsible for what happened to Urza, which is not true. It was the White Wizard and Noxus. But whatever. The Doom fight seems to be our next focus, though. It's what really gets the cliffhanger, what gets the most development. And we're all... So, of course, Carla has 5 minutes before she dies. And honestly, we don't even know if defeating Doom will undo that. I assume it has to, because Carla's not going to die. This is still Fairy Tail. They don't just kill off major characters to villains we met last chapter. That's not how this show works. But yeah, Doom. I'm pretty sure Doom is going to be our next focus. The next few chapters are going to focus on the Doom fight. But yeah, this is really just set up. It's moving into the next stage of the arc. So until we actually see the God Seed battles play out, there's not a whole lot to say yet. So I'm going to leave this video off here. Hope you all enjoyed the chapter and the video itself. If you did, feel free to drop me a like or subscribe, do whatever makes you happy, And remember, your life is your own, okay? Bye!